Hey, hello there. Glad to have you here as we're going to take a look at some of the key differences between university systems in the United States and the UK. When I was in high school, the options felt much more limited. Today, your choices really do span the globe, with the US and the UK as top destinations for higher education. Both systems offer excellent opportunities, but understanding their differences are going to help you decide which might be right fit for you. So, now let's get into some of those details. One of the biggest differences between the US and UK university systems is how students are admitted. Each country takes a distinct approach, and understanding these differences is key to preparing a strong application. In the US, admissions often follow a holistic approach. This means that universities don't just look at grades. They consider a combination of factors: your extracurricular activities, leadership experience, personal essays, recommendation letters, and in some cases, standardized test scores like the SAT or ACT, and even interviews can all contribute to your application. Think of U.S. admissions like cooking a dish. Each university has its own recipe for selecting students. Some might emphasize academics more, while others value extracurricular involvement or unique personal stories. The goal is to see you as a well-rounded individual beyond just your grades. Meanwhile, the UK admission system is more academically focused. Applications are submitted through UCAS, a centralized platform where students apply to up to 5 universities. Instead of a broad evaluation, universities primarily assess your academic qualifications, such as A-levels or the IB diploma or some other equivalent form. Unlike the US, where you can explore multiple subjects before deciding on a major, the UK process is like ordering from a set menu. You choose a specific subject from the beginning, and you commit to it. Your personal statement should strongly convey why you're passionate about this field, and extracurriculars really only matter if they relate directly to your subject of study. Another major difference is how degree programs are structured. The U.S. system is designed to be flexible, allowing students to explore different fields before declaring a major. In U.S. universities, students often complete general education courses before specializing. This means that you might take classes in history, science, literature, or even the arts alongside of your major. You also have the option to double major, add a minor, or switch fields. This flexibility allows students to explore their interests and customize their education. In the UK, degree programs are more specialized right from the start. When you apply, you would choose a specific course like law, biology, or business, and follow a structured curriculum designed for that subject. Unlike the U.S. system, there are fewer elective courses, meaning students focus almost entirely on their chosen field. Think of it like a fixed course meal. You know exactly what subjects you'll study, and each year builds upon the last to deepen your expertise. How long does it take to earn a degree? In the U.S., most undergraduate degrees take 4 years to complete, while in the UK, most programs last just 3 years. However, some UK degrees like engineering or medicine may take longer, especially if they include a foundation year, a work placement, or a study abroad component. But in general, most are 3 years in length. Another key difference is tuition costs. In the U.S., tuition varies widely based on whether you attend a public or a private university. And public universities often charge in-state students much less than out-of-state and international students. But for out-of-state and international students, tuition can range from $24,000 on average for a public university to over $50,000 on average at private institutions. In contrast, UK tuition is generally lower. For domestic UK students, tuition is capped at just over £9,000 per year, while for international students, it can range from about £11,400 per year to £38,000 a year, depending on the university and the subject. The student experience in the US and UK is also quite different. In the US, university life extends beyond academics. Campuses are lively and social, with strong traditions of school spirit, dorm living, sports, and student organizations. Fraternities and sororities, tailgate parties, homecoming events are just a few of the examples of how students build a sense of community. U.S. universities are like theme parks. There's always something happening and usually something for everyone. In contrast, UK universities focus more on independent student life. While there are clubs and student organizations, they play a smaller role in the day-to-day. Many students live in university accommodation for the first year, but then move into private housing for the remainder of their studies. Instead of large campus-wide events, social life revolves around smaller student societies and local city culture. Think of UK universities as museums. You can explore at your own pace, but academics remains the main focus. Lastly, how students are graded and taught also varies between the two systems. In the U.S., coursework is often continuous, meaning students are graded and assessed on a mix of midterms, essays, class participation, projects, and quizzes. The idea is that students have multiple chances to improve and refine their skills over time. In the UK, final exams and large essays carry much more weight in determining your final grade. Many courses rely heavily on self-study, and instead of regular quizzes or class participation marks, students are expected to work independently throughout the term and demonstrate their knowledge through major assessments. Think of it like training for a marathon. Most of the work happens behind the scenes, and the final exam is where all that preparation pays off. So is one system better than the other? Well, that depends on you. I'll also add, though, that these are general differences in the two systems, and there are school options in both countries that deviate from these generalities. Overall, though, if you value academic flexibility and a well-rounded experience, the U.S. might be a great choice. On the other hand, if you prefer a specialized, focused approach, the U.K. could be ideal. No matter your path, both systems offer world-class education and incredible opportunities. If you have questions or just want to talk things out, be sure to reach out to your counselor. That's what they're there for. And after all, it's your future, your world. Thanks for watching.